engineers. We are more than project managers. We are more than surveyors. We are more than infrastructure specialists. We are more than planners. So, who are we? We are problem solvers, providing the highest quality service and results. We are a team of skilled professionals focused on customer needs and outcomes. We are 23 years of industry experience, adhering to the highest safety standards. We are Melbourne, and we are right across Victoria. We are the Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions. Lanco Group. We are more than you realise, and we are ready to partner with you.
Avenger Radio on FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Avenger Radio, your home of all things Avondale FC, coming to you live on FNR Football Nation Radio. My name is Branson Gibson. I am joined by FNR's Josh Parrish. Good evening, Josh. Good to see you, mate. How's it going?
Yeah, good to see you too, mate. It's going quite well. I was up early this morning watching Euro, so apologies if I'm half asleep or making any paneling mistakes. I'm going to blame it on sleep deprivation.
That's it. Well, some exciting games this morning as well, I think.
Oh, best morning of international football in living memory. I've 14 goals in 2 games. You can't get more exciting than that, really.
Wow, big call. We will talk more about the Euros later on with Nick D'Urbano joining us as well. Italy still doing very well in the Euros. I'm sure he's very happy about that.
Nick needs no invitation, no second invitation to come on and talk about Italy. So
well, that's it.
And just slide him on into the rotation somewhere.
And of course, Avondale, a Italian club, you know. So good to see Italy are doing well. It's good to see that Avondale Football Club are doing very well on the park as well, Josh. Our senior men's team have been flying. Senior women's team had a win on the weekend as well. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to be joined by special guests, Zoran Markovski in just a moment, and then special guests from our Junior Girls program as well, Josh. But, mate, tonight's episode of Avenger Radio is brought to us by our major partners, Goldfields. We haven't got Ed here to do his favourite ad reads, but I'll give it a crack, mate. Goldfields are Melbourne-based developers renowned for its unparalleled vision and expertise in the property industry. They have a vast wealth of experience across multiple facets of property development, including residential apartments, townhouses, master planned land communities, commercial office towers, and mixed-use projects. For more information, visit goldfieldsgroup.com.au. But, Josh, it has been a big couple of weeks for Avondale football, in particularly for our senior men's side. They had a 3-0 win over Dandenong City a couple of weekends ago, a 5-1 win over North Geelong Warriors in the Doherty Cup last week, and a 2-0 win over the Knights on Friday. Joining us now, mate, to talk about all of those excellent results is head coach Zoran Markovski. Good evening, Zoc. How's it going, mate?
Josh, Branson, how are you guys?
Doing very well, mate. It's been a pretty busy schedule, you know, with the lockdown, coming back, football. The schedule's been tight, and we've got the Doherty Cup, we've got regular season games. 3 great wins that we just mentioned there. Which performance impressed you the most?
I think all 3, Branson. I think it's
great.
Credit to the guys. I think to play 3 big games in 6 days, especially after a 2.5-week COVID break, it's full credit to the whole coaching staff, the medical staff, the fitness staff, and first and foremost, the players. Because I think to rock up after 2.5 weeks of having no football and doing minor training, to have, like you said before, off air, to knock over 3 Croatian teams in a week, so a massive achievement.
Absolutely.
Well, and they had an unfortunate result in the Euros as well, Josh, as you were saying.
Look, they came back.
Not that it's related, but, you know, it all ties in.
It would have been a tough one to swallow after being battered by Avondale in the space of a week.
That's it, definitely.
You know, they came back from the death, scored in injury time, so there were some bright moments in there as well this morning, at least.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Zoc, you mentioned 3 games in, 6 days or something crazy like that. One of the games was the FFA Cup game when we took on North Geelong Warriors. Going into that one, you made 7 changes from the side that beat Dandy City, and we still won 5-1. What does that sort of say about the depth of the squad? And also, it's been a big thing all year, but we seem to have a full squad available now as well.
Yeah, I think having 7 changes during the midweek game, obviously we played on Saturday to go to Geelong and play on their pitch number 2. Didn't know what to expect on that ground, but I wasn't going to go in for full strength. You know, I mean, the team that played on Saturday carried him in back up 2 games in 4 days, which would be really tough on the guys, obviously, because they haven't played for a couple of weeks. But having 22 fit footballers at the minute is a credit to everyone involved. The only setback we got was obviously Lundy got injured against the Knights for the first 5 minutes, and it's not going to be out for long either. But like I said, to have 22 fit players, I can make as many changes as I want because I've got full belief in the full squad there, because there's 22 really good footballers at Avondale at the minute.
Talking about like the FFA Cup in a little bit more detail as well, when you make those changes in a cup game where you know if you lose it's game over, are there any nerves there at all in changing so much?
I don't think it's nerves, Branson. I think it's you just don't know what to expect, especially when we found out we're going there and playing on pitch number 2. And it's a one-off game, so you don't know what to really expect. But full credit to my boys. I think they went there with their heads switched on and really focused on the occasion and knowing it's a one-off game, and really took it to North Geelong early and probably could have been leading by more than 3-0 at half-time and finished the game off winning 5-1.
Now, in that Geelong away game in the Cup, we saw one of my favourite instances in football that you don't see very often, the indirect free kick, which, you know, is a great novelty, and it was finished expertly by, was it Joey Katavian?
I believe it was Joey,
with the traction engine of a right foot into the roof of the net. Have you ever once practiced an indirect free kick routine at training?
No, never, Josh. That's like even that instance there when it happened, I just seen the keeper have the ball in his hands, and then I turned around thinking he was going to kick it. I didn't know what happened, and so it was an indirect free kick. So I was pretty shocked about what happened. But no, we never practiced them at training.
Is there a designated indirect free kick taker?
From now on, it'll be Joe Katavian.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. I guess, you know, laying the ball off, always a difficult skill, to just roll it at the exact right time so the defender doesn't come down and close it.
Yeah, I just love how there's always 11 people behind the ball, and then as soon as it's touched, everyone charges forward.
Chaos.
You know? It's great. It's good to see. I like it, Josh.
I like it as well, and it was actually quite aesthetically pleasing, the strike into the roof of the net. It was very, very nice hit. I didn't even know that rule, that you're not allowed to pick the ball up again after you release it as a goalkeeper. And I've refereed games, so that's not great on my part. I had to go and look it up.
Did you know that one, Zoc? So we were watching from the stream because people from Melbourne weren't allowed to attend. So did the goalkeeper, it looked like he threw it, dropped it, and then picked it up again. Is that correct?
Yeah, I knew about the rule, but obviously the referee didn't even see it. So the funny thing is the linesman's seen it.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's got it and he's gone to throw it and it slipped out of his hand, and then he's just picked it up. And the referee obviously just seen the linesman's waved his flag, and then obviously because they're mic'd up at the minute, and he's called the man in the middle, and he's just given an indirect free kick.
Oh, eagle-eyed spot by the lino then.
Yeah, that's it. All over it.
It's about time there that an influence in a game.
Well, it worked well, and it was a good result, and we are through to round 7 of the FFA Cup qualifiers, which is also the quarterfinals of the Doherty Cup. We'll talk about that in a second, but we've got another big game to talk about, which was the 2-0 victory over the Melbourne Knights. Got there in the end. We seemed to dominate that game, Zoc. What did you think?
Yeah, I think when we played them at Avenger Park, I think the Knights were up early on in the season, and that game was a really good game. I think it was tough affair in the first half, and when we really opened them up in the second half. But I was actually pretty shocked the way they might set up with a 5-4-1, and really on their home ground. I know that the surface, the grass was good, but the surface was boggy, obviously, because of all the amount of rain we had. But I didn't think they were going to set up. We didn't plan for them to set up a 5-4-1, and we really took the game on from the start. I think we were in full control of that game, and obviously Knights put a couple of diag balls early on, first 20, 25 minutes, didn't really trouble us. They didn't have a shot on goal. So for our boys, I think we dominated the affair, but I think we forced it too much in the first half, where we got into good areas, but lacked a bit of quality, and changed that in the second half, where the boys showed a bit of composure and fully deserved their 2-0 result.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it was Yite Towns who opened up the scoring. Not a name that we've said too often so far this season, Josh, in respect to scoring goals. As you said before, that also was a very aesthetically pleasing strike. The
Very
tee up,
much so.
The tee up from Stefan Zinni at the top of the box and then blasted it home. It was Joey Katapian as well who scored at the end a very nice counter-attack goal. There was a great tackle from Mario Barcia, and then a really good through ball from Yusuf Ahmed, and then Joey Katapian making no mistakes. Zoc, that is the third game in a row that Joey Katapian has scored now. How good's the form how good is the form that he's in?
Joe's been super. Yeah, I've obviously changed the team up since the South Melbourne game, and Joe's just waiting for his chance. But the kid's been training so well, and really, it's all about the team for Joey. And you see, he's just doing the team thing at the minute. He's really working hard at training, and he's just getting his just rewards for scoring 3 goals in 3 games. So, like I said, it's hard for a coach, but it's a good headache to have when you've got 22 to 24 fit players and everyone's pushing each other at training. We're in a position at the minute where in 2019, this time of the year, we really had some serious injuries where I think we lost Yipe, we lost Villa, a couple of good individual footballers there, and we lost them for about 6 to 8 weeks. But around, I'll say, around 15 or whatever it is now, we've played 15 games and we've still got 11 games to go. And the squad depth we've got at the minute, it's everyone fighting for positions, and we'll pick the best team available. And credit to Joey, hasn't dropped his head, and he's done the team thing and really reaping the rewards with getting a good position and scoring great goals.
What about Yite then? I mean, we all know about his dribbling ability in midfield and the way he's able to beat players and how skillful he is, but he doesn't get on the score sheet all that often from a deep midfield position. Is that somewhere, an area of his game that he can kick on with a little bit, turning up at the top of the box and being that, number 8 banging in the goals?
Yeah, you mentioned that, Josh. I think I spoke to you at training before the night's game. I said, I need more goals from you, son. I think you have a target of between 5 or 7 till the end of the season. And you take Towns and Christian Trzeski, they're decent midfielders, and they really, really get into good areas. Yeah, just sometimes just overhit it or they underhit it, or the keeper saves it. But they get themselves in really good positions. And I think with Yite working in the box after Zinni's layoff was a great side footer in the bottom corner.
Yeah, it was a beautiful placement on that strike. He really measured it. I think the defenders from Knights didn't close out as quickly on him because they were worried he was going to fake a shot and try and dribble past them. They were slightly hesitant to close him down, which is probably the reputation he's developed as a guy who's so good off the dribble in those tight areas, but just hit it first time. It was a beautiful strike.
Zoc, another... sorry, go ahead, Zoc.
I think, like you said, I thought that Yite there would control it and try to beat McGarry there, but he's hit it first time and it's gone in, so... I was one of those I was thinking he's going to dribble him and take him on.
Zoc, another player who was very good on Friday night as well as Mario Barcia. He was a new addition to the squad, a mid-season addition. He had that crucial tackle that was excellent in the build-up to the second goal. What have you made of his impact since he's joined the club?
I think Mario's been super for us since the South Melbourne game. Every game he's played, I think he's been super as a 6 for us, and really always as a 6, really wants to get on the ball, breaks down play, and really directs traffic there when we win possession too. And he's a good leader. He's at the age of 31, 32, but he's a really good communicator. But he lets his football do the talking, where he's been a man of steel for us in the midfield.
What was the message heading to Knight Stadium for this one? It was a heavy pitch, maybe not as bad as some of the other grounds on that Friday night, but Avondale doesn't have a tremendous record at Knight Stadium. There's been a few heartbreaks there over recent years. You know, an FFA Cup game in particular comes to mind. What was the message to the squad in trying to turn around that kind of hoodoo at Summer Street?
Yeah, we didn't really speak about that, Josh. I think myself, I knew that, you know what I mean, going to the Knights, we've a couple of draws, a couple of losses, heartbreaking FFA Cup loss there, but we didn't even mention nothing to the players. I think the players really were G'd up for that game during the night, really focused to face the Knights on a Friday night. I think they were too eager in the first half. You know what I mean? They were up and about, training all week and really pumped up in the warm-up. But you can see in the change room before the game, they were really excited to take on the Knights. Obviously, they're one of our fierce rivals, and I think they got carried away a little bit trying to rush things in the first half. But they stay composed. They know what it takes to win at the minute. And really, we're grinding out results now. We're playing some decent stuff, but we're finishing teams off in 95th, 94th minute, where early on, 2009, we were scoring 2-3 goals early on. Our boys are really mentally getting stronger each week now, and really finishing teams off later on in games as well.
That result has big implications on the table as well. There were quite a few upsets or sort of surprise results in the NPL Victoria. And as a result of that, we've now opened up a 5-point gap on top of the table. Zoc, you feeling any pressure with that sort of lead?
It's you know, I mean, I spoke about it to the boys yesterday at training, where, yeah, as a footballer, being myself an ex-footballer, and Andy and Jeff, my coaching staff as well, being ex-footballers, we know we've got to learn from what we did in 2019 when we were leading for a long way and stumbled near the end. And I think this group this year has really built some mental strength and are really focused. You can see in their eyes at training, you can see the determination in their eyes before games. I think been together for a couple of years now. This team's really pushing forward, so I'm really excited. They're not going to get carried away. We know that's a prime example, and I'll tell you and Josh now is you look at the 4 weeks ago, just 2 games prior to COVID, we played South Melbourne at Avenger Park for the breast cancer. That massive game we had at Avenger Park in South Melbourne. That's a top of the table clash, yeah. You look at we played 3 games after that. We're 9 points clear of South Melbourne. They're all sitting first and second. So if you don't keep your feet grounded at the minute and you're better than every other team in there, you know what I mean? In a couple of weeks, you can find yourself to South Melbourne as a prime example from 2nd to 8th in 3.5 weeks.
It is absolutely so tight. And for Avondale to open up that little bit of a buffer is quite a luxury, given the table has been so close all season. But speaking of which, Bentley Greens, that's the fixture that everybody I think had circled in their calendars for quite some time. It's finally coming up this Saturday at home. You beat them away from home at Kingston Heath. They've been on a bit of a tear recently. A shock loss to Hume City though. Over the weekend. What do you make of Bentley, and what are you looking forward to about that fixture?
Yeah, we are really looking forward to playing against Bentley, Avondale, Bentley. We're not, we'll say rivals. We really complement each other the way we go about playing football. I think Nicolas is a good mate of mine, and we speak regularly on the phone, and we're both looking forward to the game on Saturday. And Bentley's a really good footballing team. I know they had a hiccup against Hume, and I watched the game on Sunday a little bit, and it wasn't the same Bentley that I watched the previous weeks. And Hume really took their chances. But the challenge for us is to really knuckle down where we want to finish the season. Josh and Benson, I think, it's a massive game at Avenger Park. It's one of our fierce rivals. I wouldn't say even fierce rivals. I'll say one of our rival contenders that wants to finish in the same position as us. And that's Bentley Greens. It's a very, very good football team. I think when we went to their ground at Kingston Heath, I think we started the game well. They got a red card early on. I think Corey still got sent off real early in that game, and I think we were good for 45 minutes. And then credit to Bentley, I think they were the better team with 10 men, and we just finished them off in the last minute, I think, with Liam Boland scoring at the end. But that was a game with 10 men where really Bentley took it to us as well, and we'd like to get away for 2-0 win there. But the challenge for us is to keep our feet on the ground and really focus on putting in a good performance against Bentley for 95 minutes, and I'm really confident that we can get over them.
Well, that's going to be a huge game, Josh, coming up this weekend, 3 o'clock at Avenger Park.
I cannot wait. I really am so much. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm hopefully going to be there commentating as well. And it's just, as you say, Zoki, two teams that really like to play attacking, attractive football and don't really sway too much from that philosophy. So I'm predicting a goal fest. I think it's going to be one of the matches of the season.
Well, we've played Bentley the past few times, as Zoc said, not fierce rivals, but in a lot of big games with a lot on the line. And this is another example of that. It's not the only big game we've got coming up as well, though. We do have our Doherty Cup quarter-final / FFA Cup Round 7 qualifier. Will be taking on MPL 2 side Pascoe Vale. We have got the time, date and location confirmed as well, Josh. That came through earlier today. We will be facing off. I can't talk tonight. It's really tough. Next Tuesday.
Sleep deprivation.
That's the one. Next Tuesday night, July 6 at 7:45 p.m, taking on Pascoe Vale at ABD Stadium in Broadmeadows. That is the home of Hume City. Just to repeat, so Pascoe Vale next Tuesday night, the 6th of July, 7:45 p.m. kickoff at ABD Stadium. Zoc, there's plenty on the line in this one as well. If we win, we will advance to the national stages of the FFA Cup, and we will also advance to the semi-finals of the Doherty Cup, where I believe we'll either face South Melbourne or Port Melbourne should we win, and whoever wins out of that. Are you feeling any pressure for the Cup game? I mean, everyone wants to make the national stages of the FFA Cup, so, we're one win away. Is there any pressure there?
Yeah, I don't think there's pressure in every one-off game. I think during the season there's pressure in league games, but at least you can redeem yourself the week after. So I think that game there is a one-off game against Pascoe Vale, which is leading the NPL 2, and coached by another good man, David Chick, who we worked together at Hume City, and got a lot of respect for Chicky as a good coach, and is real knowledgeable about the football game. And I'm pretty sure he'll get Pascoe Vale up for a massive cup game against Avondale. But I'm pretty confident that our boys will be up for that massive game at ABD Stadium come Tuesday night, because it's a one-off game, and now we set our targets early on in the season. The qualifier for the last 32 in the FFA Cup was one of them, and hopefully we can prosper and move on.
Well, the man that you mentioned, Pascoe Vale's head coach, David Chick, he was actually in the FNR studios about 40 minutes ago doing Paco Radio. He spoke really well. Good young head coach with a very experienced sage wisdom alongside him as an assistant. So
Paul Harris.
Yeah, that's it. Paul Harris, who's been around the traps as well. So those two make a formidable team. They're in great form, as you say, equal top of MPL 2 with Kingston City. So it should be a good game. And there's been a lot of fun FFA Cup nights at ABD Stadium. I remember the game against Preston in 2019. There's also been national stage games there against A-League opposition as well. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah,
definitely. And Pascoe Vale defeated Dandy City as well to get to this stage. So they've already knocked off an MPL side, an MPL 1 side, on their journey to it. So there's going to be, plenty on the line. I'm looking forward to it. It's
an FNR derby as well. So love an FNR derby. You had one on Friday. We've got another one next Tuesday.
Mate, it's just all the fixtures just lining up perfectly. But we are currently, Avondale, 15 games unbeaten. So between the Bentley game on Saturday and then the Paco Cup game on Tuesday, hopefully that run extends to 17 games, Josh. But Zoc, we will let you go. Thank you very much for joining us on Avenger Radio. All the best of luck against Bentley on Saturday and then against Pascoe Vale next Tuesday as well.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Branson. Josh, just a quick one for you, mate. When are you going to commentate one of our games? We've got Greg Blake there every week.
You know what? I think it is the double act this weekend. I think it's me and Greg Blake. So that's going to be a meeting of the minds. That's going to be interesting. We'll see who could wrestle the mic off one another for the play-by-play.
We've torn you away from Preston or whatever. at least for the time.
I'm doing Preston as well. They're on Sunday, so I'm doing both. I'm splitting my time.
You're a busy man.
I am a man in demand, but I always make time for an Avondale Bentley game. Come on.
That's it. I mean,
thanks, Joshy.
You'd be silly not to. Zoc, thanks again, mate. We'll speak to you soon.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, mate.
Head coach Zoran Markovski, Josh. We are going to take a very, very quick break, but we do have more Avenger Radio coming up right after this.
We are more than engineers. We are more than project managers. We are more than surveyors. We are more than infrastructure specialists. We are more than planners. So, who are we? We are problem solvers, providing the highest quality service and results. We are a team of skilled professionals, focused on customer needs and outcomes. We are 23 years of industry experience, adhering to the highest safety standards. We are Melbourne, and we are right across Victoria. We are the Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions. Lanco Group. We are more than you realise, and we are ready to partner with you.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Are you looking to raise money for your community club or charitable organisation? Club Fundraising is an Australian family-run business, and we pride ourselves in creating partnerships with clubs, helping build stronger communities. Our free online platform provides everything you need for a successful campaign. With a step-by-step interface and best-in-class payment options, Club Fundraising makes it easy for clubs and contributors alike. Revolutionise the way you fundraise. Start your free campaign today. Head to clubfundraising.com.au. That's clubfundraising.com.au.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Are you looking to raise money for your community club or charitable organisation? Club Fundraising is an Australian family-run business, and we pride ourselves in creating partnerships with clubs, helping build stronger communities. Our free online platform provides everything you need for a successful campaign. With a step-by-step interface and best-in-class payment options, Club Fundraising makes it easy for clubs and contributors alike. Revolutionise the way you fundraise. Start your free campaign today. Head to clubfundraising.com.au. That's clubfundraising.com.au.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years. But not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the power of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand. solarpowerco.com.au.
We are more than engineers. We are more than project managers. We are more than surveyors. We are more than infrastructure specialists. We are more than planners. So, who are we? We are problem solvers, providing the highest quality service and results. We are a team of skilled professionals focused on customer needs and outcomes. We are 23 years of industry experience, adhering to the highest safety standards. We are Melbourne, and we are right across Victoria. We are the Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions. Lanco Group. We are more than you realise, and we are ready to partner with you.
With the right qualification, there's no telling where your career could take you.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The moon might be a bit of a stretch, but whether you are looking to progress your existing career, start a new one, rejoin the workforce, or get better at a hobby, training.com.au is here to help. At training.com.au, you can answer a couple of simple questions and instantly find out what courses are available for you. It costs nothing, and it could change your life.
The eagle has landed.
Find your future right now at training.com.au.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years. But not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the power of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand. solarpowerco.com.au.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants, and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website, dkpco.com.au, or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Avenger Radio on FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Avenger Radio, brought to you this week by our major partners, Goldfields. They are Melbourne-based developers renowned for their unparalleled vision and expertise in the property industry, with a vast wealth of experience across multiple facets of property development. For more information, visit goldfieldsgroup.com.au. My name is Branson. I'm here with Josh, talking all things Avondale FC. Josh, you are still here, even though you are no longer on camera. You are still floating around over there.
Too many guests. Just had to push me out of the shot. You know, I'm going to have to review the terms of my contract. I'm not sure I can put up with this. No, this is great.
Yep, you're off camera. And you mentioned guests. We have guests galore in the studio. Joining us from our junior girls program, we have Monica, Zara and Sian. Hello, ladies. How's it going?
Good.
That's good. Thank you for coming in to Avenger Radio on Tuesday night. Now, I understand that you came straight from training tonight. All three of you all had training tonight, finished up, and now you're jumping on Avenger Radio. So thanks very much for coming on. Zara, what'd you do at training tonight?
We passed to each other and did a mini match.
Very nice. How was it out there?
Cold but good.
Cold but good. What did you think, Monica? What did you think of training?
No, it was really fun. The game I really liked, and the passing skills were really fun too.
Awesome, fantastic. And Sian, what did you think as well? Too cold or it was fine?
It was cold at the start, but then it got warmer.
Fantastic.
That's all my coaches always used to tell me. You're not running around enough if you're cold. So.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's it, exactly. So it wasn't raining, was it?
No.
No, so that's a
Just
big
as
tick.
well.
I feel like if it's not raining, then, you small victories, but we will take that. Monica, how's the season been so far this year?
Yeah, no, it's been really great. Yeah, I have a lot of fun playing games and training with my friends. Yeah.
Obviously, last season as well, you weren't able to play because of COVID. No one was. What did you do to try to stay involved with football? Did you have any at-home classes, any backyard sessions or anything like that?
Yeah, well, I started last year, couldn't really train or play games because of COVID, but I was mostly training with my brother. Yeah, just passing the ball, doing some easy skills, and yeah.
Very nice. Zara, what did you do during lockdown? Did you have any special routines that you were able to go through?
Yeah, there was a couple Zoom meetings that they did with the team.
Nice.
And just kicking the ball in the backyard.
That's it. Did you ever kick the ball inside the house too, or backyard only?
Inside.
Inside as well. Nothing wrong with that, I think, Josh. I think that sounds good to me.
Absolutely. I would have, well, if I hadn't done my ACL last year, I would have been trying to break my keepy uppies record, I think. But I probably would have broken a few windows in the process. That's the problem.
What is your keepy uppies record?
I'm embarrassed to say.
Well, you got to. Well, I mean, it's out there now. So now
all right, people can guess what it is in the Facebook Live comments, and I'll reveal at the end of the segment.
Well, what about you, Tiana? Are you any good at keepy uppies? Do you reckon you're better than Josh at keepy uppies?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I reckon you could better.
What about you, Monica and Zara? What's do you keep track of that? You don't know? No.
No, it's just me. I'm just weird.
No,
Okay,
that's
right.
all right.
Move on, Branson.
That's all right. Moving on indeed. Tian, you play in the underrates, but you are only 5. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You started in the underrates when you were 5. Sorry, beg your pardon. You are not 5 at the moment.
I was going to say.
Josh, it's been tricky. I got very muddled just there. You are not 5 currently. Sorry, beg your pardon. But you started in the underrates when you were 5. I've heard that you are the youngest and the shortest person in your team as well. But I've also heard from special sources that you're quite feisty as well. And just because you're the youngest and the shortest, that doesn't stop you. Is that true?
Yeah.
How do you find being the shortest? Is that a good thing or a bad thing, do you reckon?
A little bit of both.
A little bit. What's good and what's bad?
For being little is probably that I can dribble around people a little more.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And the bad thing is last time they were like this tall and I was just like couldn't see anywhere.
Makes it a little bit unfortunate. Not much you can do about that, unfortunately. What's your favourite position?
Striker.
Striker.
Nice.
Oof. Do you
Very
score a
good.
lot of goals?
Yeah.
What's the best goal you've ever scored?
Probably my first goal.
First goal, what happened?
It was kind of like I was on the side and I just kicked it really powerful and he went in the goal.
Perfect. Doesn't get any
Nice
better
one.
than that.
Nice one.
Monica, we were having a chat before off air. You play essentially everywhere. You said you play a little bit of defence, you play a little bit in goals, and you play a little bit as striker as well. What's your favourite position? Or do you just enjoy playing all of them?
Well, my favourite is striker. I started in defence. I'm mostly striker now, but most of in some games, one half, usually in goals because we don't have a goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just go in goals.
If you're playing as a defender, if you also spend time as a goalkeeper, do you think that helps?
Yeah, I think because you can see. I mean, yeah, because you can kind of defend the ball as you're catching it, or when you're kicking the ball, whatever. You can defend the people that are coming towards you to have a shot at the goals.
Yeah, and I suppose having a bit of a different mindset there, Josh, would help as well.
And you can see what's happening as well, right?
Yeah.
Do you like being in goals for the first half so you can go out and affect it, or usually the second half?
I usually like going on the second half because I want to see what the other team's trying to do, what their plan is. So, yeah.
Are you always yelling at your defenders?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
absolutely.
usually yell at all the players, what to do.
Do they listen?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Are you the loudest person on your team?
No.
Who?
Oh, no.
Who's the loudest
Who is the
now?
loudest then?
Tiana.
What's Tiana like?
very loud.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Is she letting goal keep? Oh, sorry. Is she loud when she's goalkeeping as well, or is she just
No, just in general.
just in general? Okay,
enough,
cool.
fair enough.
Zara, you don't spend much time in goals. Apparently, you spend more time trying to put the ball past the goalkeeper. You play striker or right wing. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What's your favourite thing about playing striker? Got to be scoring goals, right?
Yeah.
What's what's the best goal you've scored? Do you reckon?
Not sure.
Not sure. Too many.
Yep.
Too
Yeah.
many. Wow. There we
Can't
go.
remember them. Can't remember them all. You know.
I don't think I have ever scored a goal
Ever?
in a game.
Oh,
well, I
dear.
play in defence. But anyway,
Okay,
but
fair enough. Any
if I
goal
score-
celebrations?
yeah, what do you go for?
Yeah.
Great, cool,
Keep it
cool.
simple. No choreographed routines or handshakes with teammates or knee slides.
Do you think about it pre-game at all? Do you ever watch any of the players who do backflips or somersaults or special celebrations and go, do you know what, I reckon I could do that?
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh, could be something in the works then. Maybe you got something secret that you'll bust out next time, Josh.
Yeah, I think don't reveal it on air. But you want to be a surprise if you're going to bring out a backflip for everybody. So we'll let you work on that for the back end of the season.
Sian, what's been your favourite moment so far this season?
Probably working together with my team in matches.
Great.
Awesome.
How has the matches gone so far this season?
Good, we've won every single one, but
Wow.
the latest one we've done was a draw.
Okay, that's all right. That's still pretty...
Undefeated season. That's pretty impressive.
I don't think you can ask for too much more than that. Monica, what's been your favourite part of the season so far?
Just going to training and going on matches, spending time with my friends.
And Zara as well, what's been your highlight of the season? Of course, 2020 didn't get to play, 2021 you're back out there. What have you enjoyed the most?
Like you said, just getting back outside and just having a laugh with my team.
Very nice, Josh. What are the plans for this weekend? Who are we playing this weekend?
No idea.
No idea.
Don't care about the opposition. Undefeated seasons, doesn't matter. You just roll up and roll over them. It's pretty straightforward stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean that sounds like it. Do you know where you're playing? So you hang on. So you don't know where we're playing?
Mostly home.
Yeah.
Mostly, hopefully this weekend at home. Are you excited for the game this weekend, Sian?
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to about it?
Probably seeing how tough they are and just working together with my team and just always working together and scoring together.
Do you have any post-match or pre-match routines or celebrations, things that you eat, things that you wear? Obviously, the kit, but any superstitions, any songs that you sing after matches when you win?
Yeah, we sing the song
The song?
after.
Yeah.
Is it the
we
same
win.
song we come on with the radio, or is it a different song?
Similar.
Yeah,
Similar, okay.
Similar.
Okay. You don't want to give us a rendition?
No.
No,
Okay,
no, we're
all
good.
right.
Well,
I thought I was pushing my luck there.
Yeah. What about post game? Do you get? Sorry. We're just talking about post game. What about pre game? Do you have any certain song that gets you in the mood, gets you pumped up? I know the singing
Nothing in the
men's
changing
players.
room or in the car on the way there to get you in the zone?
No, not really. No.
We just have
Don't need
a
it.
talk, I guess,
Mhm.
before the game. Yeah.
Fantastic. So, Josh,
Mm-hmm.
how are we looking, mate? We're looking pretty good here, aren't we?
We are indeed. Have you been watching any of the Italy games at the Euros? Because we know you're an Italian club. You're wearing Italian flags on the crest. Probably past everybody's bedtime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Because
They're
the
past
club was
they're
doing
past
a
my bedtime.
little tipping competition, Branson. I understand it hasn't been going so well for you.
No, I'm terrible.
Okay.
I am incredibly bad. Do any of you do footy tipping or anything like that?
No.
No tipping. Well,
Better to not tip than have Branson's record. I would say.
it's not good. It's not good. I did 3. We'll talk about it a little bit later. I did 3 predictions. All 3 are wrong, and all 3 are very, very wrong. So it's
wildly off the mark.
yeah, it started off okay, and then we've gone downhill. I picked one team to make the semi-final that did not win a game, so that was unfortunate.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. Sian, who's your favourite player? Do you have a favourite player?
I'm not quite sure.
Not quite sure. Monica and Zara, what about you? Do you have any favourite players? Do you watch any of the W League? Do you watch any of the the Matildas games at all?
No.
I don't have a favourite. I sometimes watch it with my family.
Yeah, they're all pretty good, I guess.
They're all pretty good. Do you have a favourite team? Can say Avondale.
Yeah, I mean,
Can say Avondale.
what about the senior women's players? Have they ever got involved in the program? I know there was stuff going on. I remember in 2019 with like movie nights and things, but you maybe don't remember.
Yeah.
What about your coaches? What do you think about your coaches?
Really good.
You want to tell us about who they are and what they're like?
Me and Zara's coach is Coach Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's really good.
What's good about his coaching? What do you enjoy about?
Well, some nights we have some fun nights, but some nights we mostly concentrate on what we are trying to achieve.
Mm-hmm. So you know why you're doing certain drills and things.
Yeah.
You have like mark-ups from matches or whatever. We'll just like do it in training to get better at it.
Yeah.
That's good. Because I always hated when coaches that I've had would just put on a drill for the sake of it and not like say why we were doing that drill or what we were trying to improve from the previous weekend. But it's always,
Yeah.
So let's take an example. What about tonight at training? What were you trying to work on? I know you were doing some passing drills.
Yeah, we were trying to do passing, and we were also we were trying to like kick it up, like we were trying to kick it over some poles
Mm-hmm.
to get it out, like to get it over a player.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, when you get to the weekend now, you'll be able to spray a pass over the defence.
Not me. No.
No, not you. Put her through on goal for a one-on-one. Too easy.
Sian, what was your favourite part of our training tonight?
Maybe like when we did, it was the final drill, and we'll just like, it was kind of like different things. You would keep switching, like where you're starting, and you had a little bit of shooting in it, passing.
I always enjoyed when there's a bit of shooting at training.
Yeah.
Everyone likes scoring goals, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it. Doesn't get much better. It sounds like a very exciting training session. I'm glad that you had a good time, and I'm glad that you were able to come in and join us on Avenger Radio.
So last question from me.
Yeah, here we go, Josh.
If someone was thinking about joining the Avondale Girls program, what would you sum up the experience of being like the social experience of being in the team?
It's really like from my team, it's just really welcoming because everyone's really friendly, and yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah. Same as Zara, like it's very welcoming, and like if people want to join in, like the first day they'll join in, we'll already be friends, and like we sometimes have pizza nights, just catch up with each other. Yeah.
I'm sold. Where do I sign up?
That's it. That's it. Yeah, unlucky, Josh. Sian, what's your favourite part of the team as well?
Probably like everyone, they get along really easily, and when we're having drink breaks, sometimes like when we, like as we're walking back on the pitch for the drills, we're always just like chatting.
Fantastic. Sounds like a great experience. Well, Sian, Monica and Zara, thank you very much for coming in on a Tuesday night, straight after training as well, no less, and joining us on Avenger Radio. Good luck this weekend. We don't know who we're playing, or if it's at home or if it's away. We'll figure that. Mum and Dad will figure that out later. As long as you end up at the game, that's all that matters. But good luck on the weekend, and good luck for the rest of the season. Thanks for joining us on Avenger Radio.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Josh, we're going to take a very quick break, but we will be back with more Avenger Radio right after this.
We're going to talk a bit of Atsuri with Nick.
Yep, and I'll get to explain all my terrible predictions.
We are more than engineers. We are more than project managers. We are more than surveyors. We are more than infrastructure specialists. We are more than planners. So, who are we? We are problem solvers, providing the highest quality service and results. We are a team of skilled professionals, focused on customer needs and outcomes. We are 23 years of industry experience, adhering to the highest safety standards. We are Melbourne, and we we are right across Victoria. We are the Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions. Lanco Group. We are more than you realise, and we are ready to partner with you.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years. But not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the power of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand. solarpowerco.com.au.
With the right qualification, there's no telling where your career could take you.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The moon might be a bit of a stretch, but whether you are looking to progress your existing career, start a new one, rejoin the workforce, or get better at a hobby, training.com.au is here to help. At training.com.au, you can answer a couple of simple questions and instantly find out what courses are available for you. It costs nothing, and it could change your life.
The eagle has landed.
Find your future right now at training.com.au.
Are you looking to raise money for your community club or charitable organisation? Club fundraising is an Australian family-run business, and we pride ourselves in creating partnerships with clubs, helping build stronger communities. Our free online platform provides everything you need for a successful campaign. With a step-by-step interface and best-in-class payment options, Club fundraising makes it easy for clubs and contributors alike. Revolutionise the way you fundraise. Start your free campaign today. Head to clubfundraising.com.au. That's clubfundraising.com.au.
Cambiasso. This is where Argentina can be very patient indeed. I've watched their youth teams do this. Just play the ball endlessly around the edge of their opponent's penalty area, then suddenly break with devastating consequences. Saviola, Cambiasso. Cambiasso! They've done it! They've done it! And scored a fantastic goal! How many passes did they put together there? You'd need a calculator.
FNR, Football Nation Radio.
And then Ronaldo! What a goal by Cristiano Ronaldo! Sensational! The greatest marksman in the history of the Champions League with an absolute beauty!
You're listening to FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years. But not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the power of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand. solarpowerco.com.au.
Are you looking to raise money for your community club or charitable organisation? Club fundraising is an Australian family-run business, and we pride ourselves in creating partnerships with clubs, helping build stronger communities. Our free online platform provides everything you need for a successful campaign. With a step-by-step interface and best-in-class payment options, Club fundraising makes it easy for clubs and contributors alike. Revolutionise the way you fundraise. Start your free campaign today. Head to clubfundraising.com.au. That's clubfundraising.com.au.
Look at
FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Radford. Now Tudor's gone down for Newcastle. Radford again. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Radford the scorer. Ronnie Radford. And the crowd are invading the pitch. And now it will take some time to clear the field. What a tremendous shot by Radford.
You're listening to FNR, Football Nation Radio.
This could be the most dramatic story of the season. It's Torres to give a place in the Champions League final. The headline has been written.
Unbelievable! You're listening to FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Das ist kein Abseits. Stellungsfehler. Hector. Und da ist das Tor. Die Iren führen mit 1:0 in der 70. Minute. Shane Long. Boah.
You're listening to FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Marcelo, the three to pick out. It's the spectacular. It's Gareth Bale. Wonderful goal. Sensational from Gareth Bale.
You're listening to FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Avenger Radio on FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Avenger Radio, brought to you this week by our major partner, Goldfields. They are Melbourne-based property developers renowned for their unparalleled vision and expertise in the property industry. For more information, visit goldfieldsgroup.com.au. My name is Branson Gibson. I'm here with Josh, talking all things Avondale FC. Josh, we are also joined as well now by Nick Tabano. Hello, Nick. How's it going?
Tired, but good.
Tired, but good.
Yeah.
Now,
I did 2 hours before you jumped in. So I've had a bit of a rest, a bit of a power nap, but we're back.
Fantastic. That's good to hear. Nick, you're here to talk about the Euros, but before we jump into that, we are going to talk about our senior women's team. We mentioned our senior men's team have been on a tear lately. So have the senior women's team. Since our last show, they took on Point Cook at the Reggio Calabria Club. They were 13-0 victors over Point Cook. 13-0. An emphatic,
13?
Yep. Emphatic performance. Great result. They backed that up as well with a 4-1 win over North Melbourne Athletic on Sunday as well. So another good result. 2 good results there off the back of the mini lockdown as well. So
charging towards another promotion.
What?
At great pace.
Hopefully. So we're just having a quick look at the table as well. Those 2 wins see us sit second on the table. So 8 games played, 6 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. We are behind North Geelong Warriors, who are on top. They're on 24 points. We are in second on 19. Ballarat are in third also on 19 points. So it's pretty
tight.
It is pretty tight at the top, but I'll tell you what, if there's a few more 13-0 results in the future.
What's promotion? Is it top 2?
I think it varies. I honestly don't know if it's set because I don't know. That's a great question, Nick.
That's a question for the higher ups.
That is.
Maybe we'll come back to that next week.
We might have to submit a Football Victoria inquiry to get to the bottom of that one.
We'll talk to Peter Papoulis, who'll be able to get us the answer.
Well, I think it was slightly tricky last year because they brought in the VPL.
Right.
So we were promoted from State League 4 to State League 3. However, we remained in the same tier.
Yep.
But
on
the name just
football-
changed.
On the football pyramid. Yeah, so we went up a division, but because they put in a division above us, we technically stayed in the same tier.
Same thing that happened
like
Preston.
MPL 3. Yeah.
MPL 3, yeah.
Yeah, so how promotion and relegation sort of works at the moment, I am not too
It just
sure.
changes too much.
It does. But 2 great results, 4-1 over North Melbourne Athletic on the weekend
Nice
as
one.
well. Yeah, so good stuff for our senior women's team. But we are also here to talk about the Euros as well, Nick.
Yeah.
You've been looking forward to this.
Before we get to the Euros, Brent, quickly, I've been looking forward to mention as well. And it has actually been mentioned, and we haven't been on Avenger Radio since this.
Yes.
I saw you on my TV a couple of weeks ago with a nice suit
Did
down
ya?
at the Melbourne City MacArthur game. Had to be mentioned that you were front and centre of the Fox Sports cameras a few times.
Yep.
You must have had a bit of a fun week. I mean, your team won the league as well, won the
They did.
championship.
That was fun. I didn't know you were
Yeah.
going to bring this up.
Yeah.
I flew to Sydney for the MacArthur game, which
Yep.
was interesting. So the game was on Sunday, booked tickets on the Saturday because
Yep.
of the whole lockdown situation. Went to the game, they won, thankfully.
Yep.
So stood in the rain to at least
In a suit.
to at least watch a
Yeah.
win, which was good, and then got a text after the game saying, "Hey, this is going to be an orange zone in 4 hours. You better get home pretty quick." So,
Oh, dear.
yeah, jumped on a plane and flew back. But so that was a fun experience.
Yeah.
But it was
How were the cowbells in person?
loud.
Annoying?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
It's a pretty big stadium, isn't it, Cogra?
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
open as well, so it wasn't like too loud.
Did you go to the grand final?
I did go to the grand final, which was good. Saw a bunch of Avondale senior men's players there as well. I saw Yitte Town, Scott Hillier, Blake Carpenter, and Rory Bryan were all there as well.
Which one? Isn't one of Avondale players former City Youth? Is it Yitte Towns or Yusuf Ahmed?
Yusuf Ahmed.
Yusuf Ahmed, yeah.
Yusuf Ahmed is
But
former City Youth.
Yitte has a connection as well, though, with Nathaniel Atkinson because
True.
they know each other from Tassie.
Tassie,
Apparently,
yeah.
everybody knows each other in Tasmania. It's so small that
It is small, the
two footballers from Tassie going to Melbourne have to be like best buddies.
Well, they are good mates. They were chatting there. I think Yitte almost got an invite onto the field, but the security guard said no.
Boo.
So that was unlucky. But yeah, I was at the grand final. That was pretty good. Didn't have a voice on Monday, which is a good thing. We do Avenger Radio on a Tuesday. So that works well. So it was pretty good scenes, but I'll tell you what, it won't match the scenes for when Avondale wins silverware.
Oh, let's hope.
Ooh,
What happens if Avondale plays City in the FFA Cup?
We go
If
to
you get
Avondale. We got to go Avondale.
Yeah, so you're gonna that's a real conflict of interest, like in the heart.
No,
Not really.
No.
No?
Avondale
Fair
all the
enough.
way.
Okay.
All the way. So
I got a voice in my ear saying, do not even question that. So
undoubted, undeniable, unquestionable loyalty to the Avengers, mate. But
let's get to it.
yeah, you wanted to talk about the Euros, so. You're a big Italy fan, and of course, Avondale is an Italian club, so we've been paying special attention to the way the Azzurri have been progressing in the tournament, and so far, so good. What have you made of it all?
Well, Branson, I'm not going to lie. It's been amazing. The past, how long's it been going now? About 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It has been, wow. Like, honestly, it's been a build-up for a while for, I guess, a lot of Italians, not just Italian Australians, but Italians in general all around the world. Missing the World Cup in 2018 was shattering, and the opportunity now, a really new Italy, I think, is the one thing. They are completely different to the stereotype of catenaccio, defensive football that has literally been Italy for as long as goes back. That's what's won them World Cups, got them far in tournaments. But eventually it all ran out when they didn't make the World Cup in 2018, and Roberto Mancini came in and said, you know what, I'm going to change everything. I'm going to change not just the players, but the style too. It's a brand new team. They're very fun. Like, they are so much fun to watch, not even just for fans, but for neutrals as well. And, when they beat Turkey, it was like, okay, all right, there's something there. They go and beat Switzerland, and you start going, all right, like, okay, this is pretty cool. And then, they got a bit nervous against Austria, not going to lie. There was when Mark in the first half, I was thinking that, the game's in full control, just the ball's going to have to go in eventually. Immobile hit that rocket from outside the box, which rattled the crossbar. And then Austria just turned it on in the second half. And Austria are a pretty damn good team. Like, I think that we underrated them a little bit heading into the Euros, but you look at their team, like, they've got a lot of talent. David Alaba was sensational. They scored, and it was like, oh, no. But the gods are on our side this time, and he was offside. But I think the one thing that I took out of that game against Austria was the strength and the depth that Roberto Mancini turned to the players on the bench to be able to change the game. He made very bold substitutions. When the two midfield changes happened, I went, what are you doing? Like, why are you taking off Verratti and why are you taking off Barella and bringing on Locatelli and Pessina? Changed the game instantly. Chiesa coming on, scoring that goal. I mean, you know, I'm a big critic of Federico Chiesa. I think he's a very one-dimensional, just all systems go, bomb up the wing kind of player. But the goal he scored was sensational. And Pessina, I'll tell you what a story.
Yeah.
What a story.
Amazing. But with the Chiesa goal, you know what it reminded me of? Dennis Bergkamp.
Yeah, no, genuinely. Flick over the top, whack it back in.
The little way he controlled it and went down through past the defender like that. It was exactly like Dennis Bergkamp's goal against Argentina. Not quite as spectacular.
No, but it was it was good.
I wasn't going.
Reminded you of
Frank de Boer speelt de bal. But I was.
Sorry. So how are you going?
Sorry, hang on.
No.
I just have a little bit of Frank de Boer speelt de bal to Dennis Bergkamp underneath us as we talk about.
Met de balbezit voor Frank de Boer. Frank de Boer speelt de bal. Heel goed naar Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp neemt de bal aan. Dennis Bergkamp!
Okay. Cool.
Just, it was special. It wasn't Dennis Bergkamp levels, but it was a lovely goal. And I think that the one thing that, you know, there's been a lot of talk about, you know, Italy haven't beaten anybody. But you look at the teams, the big teams, all right, who has really beaten anyone? You could argue that in that group of death, even there was some wins by teams who technically beat someone, like France technically beat Germany. Then they played a no one that people called in Switzerland, who Italy dispatched, and they were beaten. They were played off the park and lost today. I think that, you know, right now they're obviously got the harder side of the draw, but they should give themselves every single chance to come out on top from this.
Well, so it's sort of led in nicely here. So they face Belgium.
Yeah.
Are they gonna beat Belgium? Because there's been, you know, some crazy results, and you know, you mentioned they're on the tougher side of the draw. They certainly are. Are they going to get past Belgium?
France, that's a very complex. See, this is arguably Italy's most difficult game at a major tournament since probably even goes back to Euro 2012, the final against Spain. I think in 2016 when they played Belgium, Spain, and Germany, that tournament was a very different Italy team, very defensive. This is going to be two teams that are just going to throw everything at each other. Two teams that really going to go out and attack. The one thing that gives me a lot of confidence is Kevin De Bruyne is not going to be there. Eden Hazard won't be either. Hazard hasn't really.
The inferior Hazard brother, I think.
Thorgan's the one. It was actually funny because I was telling my brother today, I'm like, Eden Hazard's out. He's like, I said Hazard's out. He goes, oh, but they still have Eden. I'm like, no.
The other one.
It's the other one. Like it's the inferior, the older, annoying brother. But I think that, you know, this game's going to be really interesting. I think Belgium's one weakness is their ability just to throw numbers forward. They love to play down the wings, you know, play with triangles, you know, get the ball moving, lock it in their half. But their back three is old, and it's very open if you hit them quickly on the attack. Portugal had lion's share of the chances against them.
Big game for Insigne and Berardi this. Yeah. And I actually think Chiesa, again, whether he starts or comes off the bench in this game, because he's such an out-and-out winger, giving Italy a bit of extra width, he could be really useful.
I think Chiesa won't start. I think he serves better coming off and coming on, saying the 60th minute, it's 0-0.
I could just imagine him burning Jan Vertonghen for a goal. Yeah. That's all.
And the thing that they've done now is they've turned to Thomas Vermaelen again. It was like, when were they going to eventually lose faith in Jason Denayer and Dedrick Boyata? Well, Roberto Martinez has already. And we know one thing about Roberto Martinez is he will not change formation. He might change how certain players function in the formation, but he will not change that back three. It will stay the back three, and he will live and die by that back three. Knowing very well, because I'm a Wigan supporter and had to witness the Roberto Martinez era. He has some great ideas, but he's very stubborn, and he wants to play beautiful football. He wants to play out from the back. But I think that the one thing that Chiesa will offer, if say it's as you said, width, get the balls out wide, especially on that left-hand side where they like to sort of, prioritise going forward down that left-hand side because you got Mounier or Castagna on the right and you got Torgan Hazard on the left. So they like to sort of, invert a little bit where the right back sort of sits back further or the left back. If Hazard's bombing forward and they're leaving Vertonghen isolated and you haven't got Tielemans or Witsel sort of covering the spaces, and you bring a guy like Chiesa on who, as we said, one job. He's literally like the T-1000 off Terminator 2. He will run and he will not stop. Like you can throw back. He's a small guy, but he's built like a brick. So it's going to be interesting. And also as well, if Italy, bring on a guy like Bellotti as well, who's very good at holding up the ball and bringing other guys in, it's going to open up that Belgium team. And I think that Italy should give themselves every single chance to win this one.
So will they win?
My only worry is defensively.
I think your entire football watching life has been building to this game. Your Wigan fandom, Roberto Martinez, Italy. Can I just add though, because such is the enthusiasm for the Azzurri here, I've had to turn Nick down by 6 decibels.
You know why I have to? Because I can't hear the tongues on it, so I have to speak loud. It's like when you wear headphones in public and someone talks to you, you're like, what? Trying to yell. I'll tone it down. So mainly, I think that the one thing that worries me is defensively, because if Chiellini's out, Acerbi was very suspect in the last game, especially against Arnautovic. He was very shaky at the back. If Chiellini's not playing, I'd be going with Bastoni because Bastoni plays with Romelu Lukaku. Who better to play in a game like this than a guy who literally is on the training park with him every single week? But Chiellini and Bonucci have a fantastic record against Lukaku in Serie A. There's this brilliant record that when he plays against Juventus, he tends to struggle. And I think that that's the main thing that worries me. Because Romelu Lukaku at the moment is in some sort of inspiring form where if he's not actually getting on the ball, it's the threat of a guy like him who will draw defenders and literally sometimes play that sacrificial role, which he did really well against Portugal, drawing players out, drawing attention, holding up the ball, even though sometimes he has a bit of a trampoline touch. He can just create chaos. And for me, that's the one thing that worries me the most. Midfield-wise, I think we got him. I think defensively, in terms of their defense, we got him. It's just that way. That's what worries me the most. But it gives me confidence that we've got Donnarumma in some incredible form at the moment as well between the sticks.
Well, good to inject some proper Italian passion into the into Avenger Radio.
If I'm going to speak from the heart, Italy are winning this game, and they're going on and winning the whole bloody competition, mate.
Oh, there we go. Well, also,
the lid is absolutely off.
So that game is on Saturday at 5 a.m. So you can wake up, watch that, roll nicely into the Avondale Bentley fixture as well.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a long day. Like I on Sunday, by the time obviously I was covering the grand final, I was absolutely pooped because that was an emotional morning. That was an emotional. I was down at Lygon watching it with some mates, and it was just like pandemonium. And I remember going home napping, got to like the game, and I was like, oh my God, I am not going to survive. And there was no coffee in the media box. So I see Michael Lynch from The Age rocking in with a tea. I'm like, where's the coffee? It's like, there's no coffee. I'm like, coffee? Like, you have a coffee.
Can't just cater to these old English blokes in the presser.
But us Italians who need a short black or something just to get through. But
can you get a coffee at Avenger Park these days, or was it only
absolutely
for
can.
Okay.
Absolutely
would
can.
Avondale host maybe a watch party sort of thing down at Reggio Calabria Club? Surely.
It has been mentioned. We haven't got anything official that we can announce on Avenger Radio or anything.
Who can we talk to? Who can I talk to?
Well, I'll give you a couple of phone numbers. We'll chat off air. We'll see what we can work out. Josh, you mentioned as well my terrible predictions. I've been absolutely ruined by this tournament.
Really?
Yeah, before did, what was it, the tournament predictor.
Yep.
Did about 4 versions before finally sort of setting one.
Yep.
It's tough because you've got to pick the third place teams.
That's always the one that throws you off.
Yeah. So
it's impossible.
I did not pick a single correct third place team, which was unfortunate. I also had Turkey. I bought in on
Everyone had Turkey.
I bought in on the Turkey hype. I had them in the semi-finals. That didn't happen. I had Poland winning the group. That didn't happen.
Oh, no.
So I was like, okay, here we go. That's all right. I'm cooked. But they did, what was it, through the UEFA app, the knockout predictor. So it's like, if your first bracket's not looking so good, which mine was not.
You get a second crack at it.
Yep, do the knockout predictor. And I had the Netherlands making the final. And then they lost to the Czech Republic. So I'm like, do you know what? I am pretty crap at this.
Yeah, flag the ball. He's the one that's probably going to be going after that, you know. So, I mean, who have you got to win it now? Like, who's your tip?
I had Belgium winning it all the way through.
Just keep saying Belgium's winning it because you're going to say that they'll lose. So go with Belgium.
Great news for Italy. Great news for Italy.
Not just
right
for
here.
Italy. If they win, good news for Switzerland, good news for Spain, whoever it might be.
Everybody else.
I had Belgium going all the way through from the start. That hasn't changed,
geez.
but it's the house has crumbled around that.
yeah.
So if they do win,
victory lap.
Yeah, we got one. But then also that means Italy didn't win, so that is unfortunate. So we're now between a rock and a hard place here. So
I think with your tipping, I guess it's too late now, but there's an episode of a great show called Seinfeld where George Costanza decides that every instinct he has is wrong, so therefore
opposite.
he has to do the opposite. So every tip that you make
should do
your
the
tip and then reverse it.
Great.
Yeah,
Should
so
do.
literally, like, instead of going for Belgium, well, actually, no. Stick
All
going for
right,
Belgium.
cool.
You do the curse work and reverse after.
Yes, excellent. We'll see how it plays out. I'll probably be wrong anyway. But turning it back to the actual Avengers, not just the Azzurri, we have a big weekend of Avondale football coming up. Our senior men's team are taking on Bentley Greens at 3 p.m. at Avenger Park on Saturday. That's going to be an absolutely massive game. Huge implications on the table there as well. We've already got a 5-point gap on top of the league.
As my co-commentator for Saturday might describe it, a rip snorter, Branson.
He may
Or as
indeed.
another commentator in the NPL Victoria scheme might say, it was an absolute belter.
Don't know who the belter comment is, but that's all right.
We will
Whoosh
discuss
straight
that.
over
Discuss that.
Yeah, that's gone. Moving on. But prior to the senior men's game at Avenger Park, we also have the under-21s game on beforehand at 12:15 p.m. They're taking on Bentley as well. On Sunday, our senior women's side are in action. As we said, they are in very good form. 13-0 winners over Point Cook. 4-1 winners over North Melbourne Athletic. They are taking on Caroline Springs George Cross at 3 p.m. on Sunday at City Vista Reserve. Another big game for our senior women's team as well. Caroline Springs, they sit 5th on the table, so it will be an interesting
Good
fixture.
facility, good program there. So
Yeah, absolutely. And then
good place to go for an away game, and usually they've got pretty good food as well, so you should be catered for on a cold Sunday. So.
That's it. Definitely worth heading out for. And then the last game coming up next Tuesday is the FFA Cup game and the Doherty Cup quarter-final taking on Pascoe Vale on Tuesday night, July 6 at 7:45 p.m.
Of the two club
That's
shows
it.
going head-to-head.
ABD
Tuesday
Stadium.
night derby.
ABD Stadium in Broadmeadows, Hume City Stadium for those playing at home. That's going to be a big game because that game does clash with Avenger Radio. There will not be a traditional version of Avenger Radio on next week. We would like to encourage everyone, though, to come on down to the game. Show your support. There's plenty on the line. A semi-final berth in the Doherty Cup is on the line, as well as a berth in the national stages of the FFA Cup.
Boy.
So it's going to be a big one. So plenty to come out and support. You know, lots on the line, boys. We'll be there. We'll be there.
Very excited, yeah.
I mean, no Paco radio either, so we might come down and have a watch of that game.
We might come down, just be nuisances and go with our own show and just be there on the sidelines.
Yeah,
Who
we'll
knows?
see what we'll
Come
see
and
what we can arrange for next Tuesday. We'll say that much.
It should be fun.
It may not be a traditional episode of Avenger Radio, but we might have something in store as well, which will be very, very exciting. But guys, this is going to be a mega weekend of Avenger football. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be very, very fun. Get a win over Bentley, 8 points clear on top if Oakley drops some points as well. And suddenly the cogs start turning.
Have you got a
The
score
lid's
update
fully
for me? Was it 2-1 in the Gully game tonight?
Let me get that for you. Keep
Because
talking.
Knowles,
and I'll get that
it
for
was
you.
Patchkowski scored, and
Yep.
then Green Gully equalised.
Oh.
Joe Knowles went 2-1 to Oakley in that cup catch-up game.
Yes. Did you see as well, just very
The
quickly?
score is 3-2 in the 90th minute to Oakley. Gully equalised and Oaklly just scored to go 3-2 up in the 88th
Drama.
minute. I'm on the Football 24. I haven't updated who scored yet.
That's
but,
everyone's favourite NPL Victoria.
So 3-2 in the 90th minute. I wish we could have a live stream of that right now so we actually watch sort of the end of that game. But
Too bad.
unfortunately, there isn't.
Pakua, get a stream up on your phone.
FaceTime me,
quick.
Pakua. We'll get it up.
Yeah, but it's not as exciting as the Avenger game, is it though?
No,
Let's
not
be
Not even
honest.
close.
Well,
but it has implications for
it
who
does.
Avondale might face in the Doherty Cup final.
Yes, there we go. Yeah, good one,
That's
Josh.
why I wanted to bring it up.
There you go.
Because, there's going to be a South Melbourne Oakley derby on the other side of the draw.
Mm.
And then it's Avondale or Paco versus Monbulk.
Oh, boy.
Or Moreland Zebras,
I think it's Moreland Zebras,
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is it Port Melbourne?
I think it's Port Melbourne.
Port
Sorry,
Melbourne,
you're right.
Yeah, Port Melbourne, yeah. So, because Port Melbourne beat Sydenham Park last week.
That's right. I thought it was Moreland Zebras. Maybe I'm getting this mixed up. I think they got knocked out.
I'm
All right.
trying. I'm trying to find.
Yeah,
winner plays either Port Melbourne or Moreland Zebras.
Oh, so
in
they're
the
playing each other.
semi-final.
Port
Oh, they're
Melbourne,
playing each
Zebras,
other, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if we win, that is who we would play in the Doherty Cup semi-final.
That is. I'm trying to do the mental calculations here.
Yeah, the mental bracket.
They're definitely on the other side of the draw, though.
That's it. Well, this is hurting. So we might.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're going to end it here. We're going to end it here. That pretty much brings Avenger Radio to a wrap this week. We have got a mega weekend of football between the senior men's side, 3 p.m. at Avenger Park on Saturday, taking on Bentley Greens. The under-21s beforehand at 12:15. Our senior women's taking on Caroline Springs George Cross, away on Sunday at 3 p.m. And then the FFA Cup game at ABD Stadium against Pascoe Vale on Tuesday night, 7:45 p.m. kickoff there. Josh, Nick, thank you very much for joining us on Avenger Radio. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you all next week.
Good night.
Avenger Radio on FNR, Football Nation Radio.